for New Delhi as well. These are the temperatures on Saturday, around 19 degrees in New Delhi there. Chennai there in the tropical south, around 30 degrees. And across the low pressure around Japan, so some snow across central and northern areas, particularly the mountainous regions. Pretty chilly in Japan, only 5 degrees Celsius. Hong Kong will be at around 15. And some rain in the forecast for eastern parts of Australia. You can see that from Brisbane down to Sydney. The good news is I will mention that the fire risk, the bushfire is diminishing somewhat as we go over the next few days.
Hello, this is BBC World News with me, Karen Giannoni. Our top stories. Chance of death to America as Iran's supreme leader defends the military over the accidental shooting down of the Ukrainian airline plane. President Trump denies any knowledge of Lev Parnas, the man who could become a crucial witness in his impeachment trial.
He lied. I mean, we're not friends. I mean, when you say friends, I mean, me and him didn't watch football games together. We didn't eat hot dogs. But he knew exactly who we were. He knew exactly who I was, especially.
Also in the programme, can an entire city become carbon neutral in just 10 years? We investigate the Scottish city Glasgow and its efforts to go green. China's birth rate has fallen to its lowest point since the Communist Party came to power 70 years ago. We will ask why.
Good evening. So good to have you here. Just turn your microphone on and say hello. This is the conversational English class. So, ladies, please turn your microphone on and say hello. Hello, girls. This is the conversational English class. We just talk here. That's the only thing which we do here. We talk. Please turn your microphone on and say hello. Hello, girls. Say hello to me, please. This is a conversational English class. The only thing which we do here is we talk. So please turn your microphone on and say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mark. So good to have you here. How are you doing? How are you, Mark?
Now you hear me better, yeah?
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
How are you?
How are you? Thanks, I'm fine. Today I got a good mark.
What was the subject?
Math, my favorite one.
Math?
Yes.
What did you do?
Oh.
Смотреть не надо, значит.
Completed one task.
Okay, very good. So, Elena, you want to say hello to us? Please do. Hello, Elena. Okay, anybody else? This is a conversational English class. We just talk here. So please turn your microphones on and say hello.
Hi, everyone.
What's your name?
I'm Dasha.
Oh, okay. Do I know you, Dasha?
What?
Do I know you?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Republic of Bashkortostan.
Okay, very good. Excellent. How are you doing, Dasha?
I'm doing well. What about you?
What is new?
everything is okay and there is nothing new.
How about the weather?
Everywhere I can see slush, but I like it.
Temperatures?
About 0 Celsius.
So it's not cold.
Degree.
Mhm.
0 degree.
0 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's correct.
Yep.
So it's not cold.
Yep.
Okay, very good. So anybody else? Do you want to turn your microphone on and say hello to us? Alina, please say hello. This is a conversational English practice, and I invite you to join us to say hello and to start the conversation. So we have Dasha, we have Mark, and probably Alina. You want to say, okay, she doesn't want to stay with us now. Masha, how about you? Do you want to turn your microphone on and say hello to us? Okay, so Mark, have you watched the latest news?
Truly, I haven't watched latest news.
I mean the BBC.
Yes, I mean BBC too. I had no time.
All right, Dasha, have you watched the latest news from the BBC World Channel?
No.
Well, that's a great chance, the great opportunity for you to study language. And actually, there was something new, something interesting to listen to. So there were a couple of things. The first thing was that the top stories that the Iranian leader supports the Iranian military because you know that they downed the passenger jet airliner. Then one of the advisors to Mr. President Trump, his name is Leo Parnas, he supports the impeachment of the president. And then I don't think that those things were very, I don't know how to say it, very interesting for me, but a couple of things were interesting. One thing was about Glasgow. So they want to make Glasgow ecologically green city without any carbon exhaustion fumes. And I have no idea how they are going to do that. It was only the headlines of the stories. And the last thing which they also informed us is that the birth rate in China again fell. So that's kind of a pretty sad news because this country needs the improvement of this situation. Okay, and I encourage you next time to watch the latest news. All right. Now, what I want you to ask today, I have kind of a different question. Maybe you will like it. So I would like to talk a little bit before we start working with the book. I would like to talk about English around you. What I mean here is that if you go anywhere, you will see lots and lots of English words which you use and never think twice that this is an English word. And I just want you to pay attention to these words because it gives you a chance to learn lots of interesting things. I usually look around and I see lots of interesting things. So, for example, I was driving along the city streets yesterday, and I saw the huge banner with the advertisement of a powerhouse. It was written in English and in Russian. Powerhouse. So, any idea what is a powerhouse? It was in a Russian city. The advertisement of something in a Russian city, but it was in Russian and in English. So what do you think? What is a powerhouse? Mark, do you know?
If powerhouse, am I right?
Yeah.
If translate in Russian, it will sound like Dom Sилы.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think
what was advertised?
A big banner with words powerhouse.
Yeah.
Maybe personal talk with somebody, giving advices to have more power.
Well, not exactly. Any other ideas? And Dasha, do you have any ideas about
what it can mean, powerhouse?
Okay, I will just try and Google it, and I will Google the name of my city, and probably it will give you some idea. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, can you see it?
Huh. Truly, it was easy.
Yeah. Interesting, right?
Fitness center.
Yeah.
Powerhouse. Power.
Yeah. So, see, what I would say that why it is, yeah, and that's exactly what I saw. This is the banner, what I saw, exactly. And so you can see that this is the Fighters Club. Okay. Another meaning is Fighter Club. So my point is that if you look around you will see lots and lots of English words, and probably you do not always pay your attention to it. And I encourage you to pay attention, because you will learn a lot, like now. So the translation of powerhouse can be a couple of translations. So first of all, it can be электростанция. You can understand that power is energy, электростанция. Okay. And another meaning is powerhouse is команда борцов, powerhouse. So that's also can be used in the Russian language. So your ideas, English around us, which words can you think of? English around us. What do you think? Can you think of some English words which you noticed lately?
Thou.
So around
okay.
Yeah, please go ahead. That's
around my house there a fitness club that called Garage.
The what?
Garage.
Okay. Yeah. So the American pronunciation is garage, and British pronunciation is garage. Garage and garage.
Mm-hmm. Garage.
British is garage and American is garage. Okay.
Garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And why is that? Well, how can that be that the fitness center can be called garage? Why? I see no connection.
Actually, I don't know what these two words are connected between each other.
All right. I encourage you to think it over next time when you see it, because otherwise I cannot see the point. Okay. Mark, you wanted to say something. Mark?
Yeah, nowadays I see a lot of banners and advertisement with English words. For example, near my house there is a salon of beauty and it's spelled in English.
Mm-hmm. So it's a beauty salon?
Yes, I meant that.
Okay.
And a big mall.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And a small supermarket, and supermarket spelled in English too.
Yeah, I agree. And you use the word a mall, and you know that mall is typically English word also, right? So
Yes, I know that it's a big shop.
yeah. All right. Any other examples? Can you think of it? You know that, for example, if you have a look at your winter coat, usually these coats, they have typically English brands and with lots of, English vocabulary for you to learn. Last time when I was in the class, I just tried to have a look at almost each winter coat of the kids, and every winter coat had fantastic vocabulary. Like, you know, that one of the coats, I remember, it was possible to make the sleeves, if you understand the word sleeve, longer. The meaning is that even if you grow, the coat will fit you because we can make it longer. We can make the sleeves. The sleeves is the pants for your arms. So you can make them longer. Okay. So can you think of some other examples? No?
Maybe furniture in our flats.
Mm-hmm.
In English too. Instructions and recommendations of using it.
Correct.
In English.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, absolutely. So then, thinking about the winter coat, just that's the same word, almost the same word in Russian and in English. How do you call this lock, which you lock and unlock like that? How do you call it on a winter coat? What's the word?
Synonym?
No, it's not a synonym. It's just we do not call it a lock. We call it a lock in Russian, but what is the English word which we use in Russian also? And we do not say lock and unlock the coat. We use this word. Dasha, can you think of this word?
No.
No idea.
All right. So if you give up, I can give it to you, and I'm 100% sure that you know the word. The word is zipper. Do you know the word zipper?
Yes. It's
No.
Dasha, do you know?
застежка.
Yeah. Do you know this word?
Now, yes.
So we zip the winter coat and we unzip it, zip and unzip. And you know, teachers in America, they will tell you when your behavior is becoming very naughty, the teacher will say, zip your mouth, zip your mouth. Okay?
Oh, I've heard something like this.
Yeah. Or lock your mouth, you can say so, but zip is mostly used. All right. Any other ideas about English around you?
Maybe headlines on T-shirts.
Mm-hmm. Please, what do you mean? If you remember something.
I saw the headline on T-shirt of my brother, Pacific Coast, and these words were the first that I learned.
Pacific Coast?
Yep.
All right. So that's not a headline. This is a sign or notice. Sign or notice. That's
Okay.
sign. That's a sign on his T-shirt. Like you know, again, you can go Google and see this sign for you.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's all right. Sign, excuse me, on your T-shirt. Yeah, sign on your T-shirt. Okay, and then we can see this image. So, signs you might be a mermaid, but first coffee. So see, that's sign. You design here. Okay. So these are the signs on the T-shirts. Okay, very good. Thank you, Dasha. And we have some newcomers. So please turn your microphones on and say hello to us.
Hello.
What's your name?
Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine. What is your name?
My name is Ramazan.
Where are you from, Ramazan?
But I didn't know that I can speak with somebody here.
Yeah, I know. That's very unusual. I agree. So where are you from?
I live in Russia, in the Samara city.
Okay, yeah. I used to live in Samara many years ago, and I visited Samara maybe a couple of years ago. It's a beautiful city. I like it. Yeah, I like the monuments. I like the opera theater, opera house there. That's beautiful. And actually, if you remember, on this square there is the school, which is called the School for Emphasized English. I used to study. I used to go to this school. Do you know the school 11? School number 11. Do you know this?
No, I didn't know the school.
Okay. Sorry about that. So what is new in your life?
Can you repeat your question?
Sure. What is new? Okay, do you go to school?
Yes.
Which grade or which form? In British English, it's form. In American, it's grade. So is it 10th grade, 11th grade, or which grade or form?
I study in the 8th form.
8th form, okay. So you do not take the English exam, right?
I study in the school with the profound learning of English.
I understand. So what's the number of this school?
120.
100. Very good. And where is it located?
It is located in Street Fiskulturnia 104.
All right. And so you do not know the school, the English school in the square where the opera, you know opera theater in Samara. It's a big square, right?
Yes, I know, but I was not there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand. So thank you so much, Ramazan. We will start the class very shortly. So Yelena, do you want to say hello to us? Okay, probably not. So Mark, are you back? Dasha, do you want to say hello to Ramazan?
Yes, I am here. Hey.
Okay, so just greet each other and get to know each other. Get to know Ramazan.
Hi,
Hey.
Ramadan.
Hello. Where are you from?
I'm from Republic of Bashkortostan,
Ufa?
Stерлитамак. What's new?
What?
What's new? Something new? Okay, maybe what kind of sports maybe you like, you prefer?
Wait.
Okay, that's okay.
Mark, do you want to say something to Ramazan?
Hey, guy. Nice to meet you here.
Hello, Mark.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Russia and I live in Perm.
Good.
Population is 1 million people.
How old are you?
I'm 13 years old and you?
I'm 14.
Nice. Okay.
Dasha, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 17.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, good. So we usually have classes every Friday at 7 p.m. The only problem is that probably we will have only 10 minutes to go because the host of this classroom will stop the class after 40 minutes is for free, and then they will stop without any warning. So I just tell you that probably I will not be able to say goodbye to you because I do not know when they will finish our class. All right. So now going back to our books. If you remember, we did the phrasal verbs, and it was about connecting the word bring and one of the particles like about, back, down, forward, in, out, round, and up. And do you remember? Do not turn the video on because the traffic will be very poor. Mark and Dasha, do you remember what was the last sentence which we did the previous class?
I were upset at previous class.
You were absent. Okay, Mark, do you remember? What was the last sentence? Okay, so if you do not remember, I will just help you with all of these sentences. Maybe some of them will be really hard, and other sentences will be pretty easy. So let's go over all of them. Okay, Ramazan disappeared. So it's we have only 10 minutes to go. So raising children is far too hard a job for one person to do. So what is the phrasal verb here? Who remembers? Instead of raising, you have to use the verb bring and the particle. So
Maybe bring up.
yeah, bringing up children is too far. Okay, take another one. Dash, please take another sentence.
Okay. It took doctors an hour to make her conscious again after the accident.
Okay.
Make her conscious again.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
Do you understand to make a conscience again?
yeah, сознание.
Yep. Yeah, right.
Maybe bring out.
No, it's bring around. Bring around. Bring you around. So it took doctors an hour to bring you around again after the accident. Okay, Mark, are you with us? Mark is not with us. Okay, Dash, keep on working.
Most of the damage to their houses was caused by the recent storms. Caused by maybe was brought down.
All right, bring about was brought about. Okay, the next one.
Okay, I'm
Sorry.
Yeah, Mark, that's okay. We just revising and reviewing what we did the previous class, and maybe you remember the last sentence.
Yeah, I remember.
Which one was the last?
As I remember, we finished at D.
At D. Okay, so I will just remind you the next sentence. I hope she doesn't mention the embarrassing subject of money again. So it's I hope that she doesn't bring up is to mention is to bring up to поднять тему, to bring up. I hope she doesn't mention the embarrassing subject of money again. Я надеюсь, что она не упомянула смущающую тему денег. Okay, and that was the last sentence. And Mark, will you please take sentence E?
The government has introduced a new law banning smoking on public transport.
To introduce, what do you think? Which
Ввело новый закон.
Yeah.
Да?
Yes. Right. So what
Okay.
is it? Yeah.
And now I need to say bring with one of these words.
Particles, yeah. That's called the particle, or in Russian it is called после лог. So предлог после глагола, после лог. Okay.
Maybe I'm not right, but the government has brought out.
No, that brought in, if you can understand that.
Brought in, ввело.
Yeah, they brought in a new law banning smoking. Okay. Dasha?
Visiting Spain again made me remember lots of happy childhood memories. Made me remember.
Yeah, made me remember. That's easy, I think.
Brought down?
Not exactly. So that when
made me remember, brought back.
Yes, of course. So visiting Spain again made me bring back lots of happy childhood memories. So bring back. Okay, then.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark.
Yes. Visit. They'll have to reduce the price of cars. Nobody buying them at the moment. Reduce. Изменили.
No, it's reduced that to make it less. The cost of the car, they made it less. Decrease. So what do you think? What is to make it smaller, to make it less, to decrease?
If reduce, they will have to bring down.
Yes, right. To bring down the price.
Nice.
Yeah, to bring down the price of cars, and I think that this is not that difficult. Okay. Then the next one, Dasha.
They've arranged the meeting for an earlier time. 8:30. For an earlier time.
You understand the word arrange?
Or for an earlier time.
Do you remember the word arrange? What is that? No?
Yes. Договорились.
Yeah. Устроили.
Maybe they've brought forward.
Yes, they brought forward. They brought forward the meeting for an earlier time. For an earlier time. Передвинули на более раннее время. Okay. And Mark, the last one.
Okay. My favorite crime writer, Henning Mankell. Nobody have heard about him, but okay. Is publishing his latest novel next month. My favorite crime writer is publishing. Maybe if he's publishing, he makes something new. So, is bringing in?
No, it's bringing out for everybody. So he's bringing out.
Bringing out. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like when the teacher, after the test, the teacher will say, hand in your papers, hand in your test papers. Okay? Hand in means collect. And sometimes the teacher will say, please hand out the textbooks. So the meaning is distribute it, give to everybody. So hand in, give it to me, and hand out is to distribute. Okay, and the same meaning here is publishing is bring out. Okay, and I think that this is a very necessary exercise for you. If we just review over again. So to raise will be what? To raise children. How do we say it with the phrasal verb bring? Yeah.
Bring around.
Bring what?
Bring up.
Bring up, yeah, bring it up. That's a very common term. Воспитывать детей, bring it up. That's a very common term. I encourage you to remember. So to make her conscious, привести в сознание, to make her, to bring her.
Bring back.
To bring her around, to bring her around. So the meaning is to bring her around is вернуть. To bring her around, вернуть, повернуть. Okay. So caused is to, what is that?
Bring about.
Yeah, and then to mention.
Mention.
Поднять
bring in.
Поднять вопрос, поднять.
Bring up.
To bring up. Ввести, introduce.
Bring in.
To bring in. Yeah. Remember. Вспомнить.
Bring back.
Reduce.
Bring down.
Сокращать. Arrange for an earlier time. Arrange for another time. Договориться о более раннем времени.
Bring forward.
Yeah, bring forward and publish